Try the freeze method to pop the dent out. I used a sprocket and some nuts and bolts to make sure that one stays on. And this one here is really tight, so I don't think it's going to come off, but we will find out. If it does come off, I'll put a pipe clamp on it and put some bolts and nuts on it. It's kind of like how I did that one. These are just plumbing plugs for drainage lines, for putting them on test for the inspector. Hopefully it holds and pops my dent out. I'll see you in a couple of hours. Nope. I pushed out. I gotta clamp that side. Wow. That side held. Alright, we are back. We put some clamps on this side that had blown out, and I used, these are called bonding clamps, and they are for like gas pipes. You can get them at any hardware store, but they bond your gas pipe to your water line or ground it to the ground. This right here is where the ground wire normally is supposed to go, and I use that to put my nuts and bolts through. So that was a whole lot more efficient than the other video I saw where the guy had to weld onto these pipe clamps he had, and then he made little plates. I used sprockets on each end, and we're going to take it apart so you can see exactly. These are just test plugs for plumbing, but that way you can see kind of what I used. So you can get them yourself. So took our dent most of the way out. It would have taken it all the way out, but the seam on my power bomb started to split, and as you can see, this face of the power bomb was flat, and now it's blown out to kind of be rounded. So I didn't want it to totally blow apart my power bomb and destroy the pipes. So it looks like mine wasn't really welded too great. It looks like they roll over the metal. Here we go. Looks like they kind of roll over the metal and then weld it. It looks like where they rolled it over, it came apart. Doesn't even look like it really was welded right there. But it was squirting out water, so I didn't want to blow it apart. But got most of the dent out to where I would say that I feel like that's not going to affect power. And even a professional that rides every single day wouldn't notice the difference. I mean, that's pretty minor. And then now that my power bomb's bigger, it makes up for the little dent up there, so it should even itself out, right? Alright, here we go. This thing's still full of water. So when I put these plugs in here, I had a bucket of water, and I put in the last one underwater so there'd be no air inside of the pipe. That way I get maximum push I could from the pipe. I mean from the water. And this is the flange that comes on the header pipe to go to the cylinder. So I just utilize that for this clamp here. We might still be too frozen to get these out. We'll see here. Alright, so here's the parts that I used. I used 2 plumbing caps. This one's a 2-inch and this one's an 1.5 inches. I did have to just shave a little bit off of the bottom of each of them because they're just a tiny too big to fit in without shaving that down. But I didn't want them to be too small and then not be able to expand enough. Now you can use anything you want. It doesn't have to be plumbing. plugs. You could be cork, whatever you got laying around. I had to go to the hardware store to get them, but everything else I had laying around. I used bonding clamps to keep the plug on the side without the flange, and then the side with the flange, I used the flange. And then the sprockets seem to be about the perfect size, and the bolt just and the nut rests right up in the tooth. Put the sprocket on the back. Because bolt it down, you'll need some long bolts, and as long as you are able to hold whatever you plug off the pipe with, hold it from pushing out when the water freezes and pressurizes and expands, you will be good. So here's the secret that I promised you guys at the end of the video. Is the power bomb just for show? Does it really do anything? Because when you look in there, it is no bomb. There's just one little porthole. At least for the beta anyway. And the porthole's on the flat side, not even the big side. See it? You can just barely see it in there, right there at the bottom. And there's not even two of them. It's just one. So by that time, what is he even really doing? I think it's just a gimmick. Now, compared to stock, it is bigger, and it changes size as it goes around, where the stock is the same size. So that might make it have better performance. I really don't know. But I really don't have to worry about that little seam blowing out. I'll knock it flat with a chisel and screwdriver, or chisel and hammer, and that'll be good enough, because the only thing that power bomb does is have a little hole right there. Well, so I would say that water does work for getting dents out of your pipe. This was a huge dent, and if I didn't have that weak weld on the power bomb, I would have gotten that dent out all the way. But I think that's good enough. That makes me happy. It's a whole lot better than what it was. Thanks for watching.